Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy A Diddy, no relation. We get into another episode of the Chillin with him podcast. What's this, episode 5?
Yeah.
I think it's episode 5.
Yeah.
Last week we took a week off. It was Sammy's birthday.
Yeah.
Went out and celebrated with her, but I'm your host, A Diddy, along with
Moo.
our co-host.
It's your boy Bug. Yeah.
She's so stupid.
Sham.
Let's get into it.
Sham.
Sham?
Tim.
Sham and Junebug.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. We did take off last week for her birthday. We went to where we went? Oh, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Baby, the rolls was
Oh my
these
God.
two was over here and they asked for another basket because they that part.
Baby, who ate it?
I ate two, thank you.
And
she took one home.
She brought one home.
But who ate it?
But I ate that.
Yeah.
Ray, you mowed it down?
Yeah, big
Yeah.
bag.
In the middle of the night too.
Foul.
I woke up talking about who ate the food. You ate the food.
Right at the munchies.
You ate my roll,
You ate my roll?
He
You
wasn't
talking about
trying-
all you had and there was a Ross and you ate my roll?
but you ate it.
He wouldn't take the gift card.
Look.
Because who do that?
I left you a whole half of ribs though.
But you ate the roll.
I left you a whole half of rat.
But you ate the roll.
I'll take a roll over a rack of ribs
It's
any day.
it's
I didn't even want the
Roadhouse
rib, but it was good.
And-
You know what I'm saying? But it was good though. Oh, thank you.
Oh
But yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I know you guys have seen, and for those that are not in our hometown, we actually were not going to be recording tonight because our little baby came up missing. Junebug and Sam's baby Rocky, their baby dog, came up missing last night, and we were out. Well, I was out to midnight. I don't know how long they was out, but then we got up early morning, 5-6 o'clock. We was on the roads again, like it was a child missing, honey.
For real. Because it was.
It was.
for real.
I mean,
My
it
1-year-old.
It really felt like it, and it made me think about, oh Lord Jesus, help me. Albert.
And the gesture.
It made me think about kids that really go missing, you know. Like that to them, that is their child, that is their baby.
That's a fact.
And I know I felt it, so I know they felt it. Real for real felt it.
Didn't sleep,
But,
not an ounce.
Yeah, we didn't get no sleep.
He was stressing, bro.
Stressing. I mean, it was all hands on deck. Shout out to our hometown, Ennis, small town
I
Ennis.
swear.
I mean, everybody was hands on. Everybody was. We seen him here in 5 minutes. I mean, they were tracking him. They were hawking him down, trying to find their baby. So we are grateful for that. We were able to bring him home safe this morning. You know, small scratches here and there, but baby, he survived the storm because a tornado hit last night.
A whole ass
A
tornado.
whole
The
tornado.
Wizard of Oz came to Ennis, Texas.
He survived a tornado. He took shelter as he should, and he made it home safe, you guys. So shout out
raised
to
a warrior.
our hometown.
That's yeah.
Raised a
it's-
young warrior.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because secondhand love you feel for this dog
Yeah.
is because of the love that they show him. It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy
Yeah.
how much you can tell that they love
Yeah.
Rocky.
Hey,
So,
yo.
Yeah. Baby,
I
they was crying, honey.
I
They
can
were
imagine.
crying and bawling. I was waiting on the sun to come up to go look for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, we got to find this baby.
I looked up on Google, what time does sunrise start in Ennis, Texas?
I know that's
That
right.
sun comes up, I'm up.
I'm
Look
telling
it.
you, we was up at 5 something, honey. Waiting on the sun to
Yeah,
rise.
that's
but
true. Over here we was too.
We brought him home safe, honey. He was on his way home to his parents, honey.
That's fun.
But yeah, shout out to Ennis.
Yeah.
Shout out. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I just want to know, guys, because obviously we live in a small town. Everybody knows everybody.
Unfortunately.
Right. It's a good thing and a bad
It's a
thing
gift
at the
and a curse.
same time, but I mean, I love it. But what is one of the craziest rumors? And even you, because you didn't grow up here, but
Yeah.
what is one of the craziest rumors you've heard about yourself? That was like, what? Like, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all had any rumors that y'all heard about yourself? I mean, that wasn't true, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, have y'all had any? What about you, baby? I mean, you didn't come from a small town.
Nah, not at all.
Newark is not small, so.
What? I know for a fact I had one in either high school or college. It was something small, but it was like what?
What?
Me? Like,
You remember what it was?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember right now.
It's crazy.
What was it?
You got one too?
Yeah, I'll tell you mine's. The only rumor I ever heard was, so I went from being in a relationship with my kid's father, obviously, to another relationship later on. And when that separated, I probably had like 3 or 4 people like, oh, I thought that was his baby. I'm like, all my kids got the same daddy. Oh, but we thought that little one was. I'm like, who told y'all that? And they were like, we thought that was his baby. Ma'am, I didn't even know that man.
They don't know anything.
I didn't even know him when I had my baby. What you talking about?
Anything.
But when I heard that, I was like, what? Who said that? First of all, who told you that?
Well,
Like, I really wanted to know, but I heard like 3 or 4 people say that. And they were older people, so maybe they just assumed, but I'm like, I hope this ain't no rumor going around.
That's really going around.
I did not
Now
even
you gotta
know
hold the baby
this
for 9
person.
months
Like,
before you have the baby.
Yeah, that's
man, I
crazy.
didn't even know him. But yeah, that was mine.
I didn't have one.
You ain't got none?
You ain't never had
Not
no
unless it ain't got told to
You
me.
ain't got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I ain't did nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Nah, cause
But you always stayed out of drama.
I was out of stuff.
Like,
and I only had
And
2
you-
Me
girlfriends.
too, but that's
total.
why I was shocked because I'm like, I stay out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really
That's
fuck
why
with a
you
lot
like,
of
wait,
people.
what?
But yeah.
Dang.
you don't have nothing though?
No, you got one?
You got one, Sam?
I don't really have a rumor. It was more so like a, I guess, like belief that several people had in my grade about me.
So it probably was a rumor. Then if everybody believed
Kinda, it's like, because when I think rumor, I think of like, ooh, did you hear she got pregnant by blah blah blah, or
Something
she
drastic.
got caught doing something.
Yeah.
But mine was more so, the main 2 things that people just always assumed about me was, number 1, that my hair was fake. I don't know why. Because it's not like I had this luscious, big Goldilocks hair, but it was long.
Yeah.
And I didn't, my
And
dad,
you got some thick, healthy hair.
yeah, it used to be a lot thicker than this before I thinned it out, and yeah, that was,
Well,
well,
why didn't think it was?
So you was known for, they thought you had extensions?
yeah,
A girl with
they
extensions?
would always say, well, it's not like her hair is real anyways, it's extensions, and I'm like,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and like one time I got in an argument with the girl, and then she's like, "That's why your hair's fake," and I was like,
What?
and you know what? We were young and stupid, so I was like, "Okay, pull it. Okay, pull it. It's real. There's nothing there." But that's like, for some reason people always assumed that my hair was fake, and then the second thing that like caused a lot of problems with middle school was everybody thought that just because I was around the majority of the people that I was around in like middle school and junior high was the like advanced classes, because that's what I was in. So I wasn't with a ton of Hispanic students. So I had a group of girls that they would always say like, oh, she thinks she's better than us just because she's always with the cheerleaders and not with us
She was with the
Mexican
more
girls.
popular girls.
Yeah. And that caused a lot of problems. Like, I didn't know these girls like that. It wasn't like they were my friends and they felt some type of way. It was just random girls, and they were always Hispanic. They always had a problem with me. They always said the same thing, and that was, you think you're better than us because you hang out with the
Hang with
cheerleaders.
them.
And you think you're white. Okay, well, I'm half white.
Thank
But
you.
I'll claim it when it's convenient.
Right.
But
Now she do for real.
Sam, what are you
Right now.
right now?
Puerto Rican. I'm a Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
No, but that I would say that was my biggest problem in middle school. That's why I got in so many fights. Because so many girls gave me problems. Just because they thought.
What they thought.
They just would always say, like, I just don't like you because you're stuck up and you think you're better than everybody because you hang out with all the white girls. Okay.
That's
or
crazy.
just because you're a cheerleader doesn't mean you're better than us. Okay, first of all, I'm not a cheerleader.
Yeah.
But.
Okay.
But okay. But yeah, that was the biggest main thing. I never really heard rumors. It was more so like, just like certain beliefs people had about me.
Okay. You can't think of that now, baby? You couldn't think of what it was?
I don't remember what it was. It had to be something small to where like it really didn't stick here, but it was just something. I remember it being something like what?
Yeah.
Like the
Kind of threw you off.
it just threw me off exactly.
I had a rumor now that I think about it, but it didn't spread. But I heard
Maybe
it from
a couple of people.
Wait, I kind of know
that's
one,
how
but
mine
I'm not. We don't have to go.
Whisper it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had one when I wasn't even with her.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
They thought I had I had 2 girls or something basically.
2 girlfriends before Sam?
No, she was one of them, and then my one before that, and I was like, "This is just my homegirl."
Oh, I think you mentioned that on one of the episodes. You said something like that.
Yeah.
So they thought you had 2 girls.
They thought that I was out here just sneaking and geeking, but in reality, I really shut her down. I was like, "Hey, I got a girlfriend, leave me alone."
I really got friend zoned.
She got friends on.
And he really got blocked.
Dang, Sam. But you came back and what?
One.
What?
She
Sean.
spent the
Sean.
I got him one.
I mean, it's alright. It's alright with
Just this little thing.
all right.
Nothing big or
Stupid.
anything.
That was only a little rumor stuff,
Yeah.
but I shut that down quick.
Yeah, Sam got friends. It's okay.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, speaking of friends, since you mentioned that, friends. Because I think we kind of hit on it at the end of our last episode, but we was like, let's wait till the next episode to talk about it.
Oh, God.
Adults making friends. Like, do y'all struggle as adults with finding, like, really, like, friends? Like, I know we can go out here and friend anybody, you know, because we're all friendly people, but, like, real friends, do y'all find it hard to, like, get a friend group?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I ain't the only one.
And sometimes it's depressing.
But it's
That's
crazy
weird.
because I see it a lot on TikTok. A lot of people are like, is it hard for y'all to get friends as adults? And I'm like, oh, I ain't the only one. I mean, I ain't desperate for them. I don't really care to have them. I got my one friend and I'm good. But
I'm cool with
my
them.
family is my friends, you know, but at the same time, like, you kind of do want to hang out with some girls here and there, some guys here and there.
Yeah, that's true.
But, see, it's different for you.
Yeah.
This guy got bukus of friends. Like, friends.
In Jersey though.
Yeah, in Jersey. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for a fact.
Here, he hadn't developed that yet because he ain't really hung out.
Were they
with guys.
recent friends, or is these you
Nah,
like,
those like my peoples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ain't found
Like, he got
no
real
recent
friends for real friends.
That's the hard one.
Yeah.
But you didn't get those friends when you was an adult.
College.
You got
College.
You,
A lot of them was in
college.
college, yeah.
but like adult.
No, but that's what I was going to touch on. Like, as far as the topic, since I've been here, I've met a few people that was cool and all, but as far as like really making friends at this old ass age, you feel me? It's kind of odd. Like, it's awkward trying to. You could be cool with somebody,
Right.
You could see similar interests with somebody too, but it's kind of hard to cross that line. Like, yo, you wanna chill? Like, you wanna go out somewhere?
Yeah,
Like,
and like what does that look like? Because
I know
it's so different.
we so old.
We are. It makes me sad
It
because
makes
like
me feel old.
I miss when I could just be like, you want to come over and we could just hang out
Yeah.
and eat hot Cheetos and watch movies.
I'm saying.
And now it's like, oh well, I have my dogs.
yeah.
See, I ain't never did that with no friends though. Go sit on their beds and eat snacks. And
Oh
stuff. Baby,
no, baby.
no, that ain't never been me because, baby, females just it's too many personalities for me.
That's a little different.
We keep our distance.
We know you. We can kick it on the game all night.
That's a
Me and the
fact.
homies.
Yeah.
And be cool. Yeah. With no beef and no drama intended.
At all, yeah.
Shoot.
If I got my one friend Peanut and That's all I need. That's all I want. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but it would have to be like a group thing with us at this point. We would have to join a group or something, you know, of friends.
But
together.
you know what? I think something that can naturally happen, like if we still went out, like on a regular, I feel like if you just ran into people while you was out, just start chopping it up, I think you could genuinely build something like that.
Yeah. But if you go on a regular.
But since we ain't out on a regular no more, it's like that's not a thing.
It's kind of like I find it like I can say this now. My co-workers, I consider some of them my
friends.
Because I see them on a regular.
That's when you make some friends like at work.
And we've moved around outside of work where it's like, let's go out to eat, bro. Let's go get into something.
I can see friendships developing that way.
But that's kind of rough too.
And for me, it's rough because I don't remember the last time I had a job, especially since being in Texas, where I actually worked with people.
Yeah.
I haven't worked with nobody directly.
You're kind of like independent on your own.
Man, you really don't see nobody for real.
Not for real.
I just thought about it.
My boy
he's
Duncan.
Had a couple of people that
I got a couple people that I've seen on a regular
and they chop it up
on my stops that I chop it up with. But as far as like really chilling outside of work, ain't happened. Cause I don't got nobody that I've been around like throughout the whole day. Right. Really built a relationship with.
Yeah, I used to tell them like go and hang out at the bar having the weekends, or go and hang out at the shoot some pool or something. Like you will meet people the more you go.
But it's also awkward on a
but it ain't awkward for me.
Unfamiliar territory type situation. Like,
I get that.
Now I'm just out here by myself, just sipping. Like it's gonna feel
weird. Because I can go sit at the bar, I can go shoot some pool, I can go to bowling alley, I can do all that by myself and be comfortable as I don't know what.
And I used to do that in Jersey by myself. I was fine with doing that there, but it's out of place.
Yeah. It ain't your territory.
It's not familiar to you.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I just brought two of my homies back into my life. Like it's already been
I noticed that.
Close friends. They always been your friends and the homies, but when you get older, y'all go different routes. Everybody's just busy. It's all love at the end. But now I've been like, hey, babe, I'm finna go kick it with the homies. And it's kind of weird because I be like, I dang near want to ask for permission for a minute, but then I'm like, man, I'm finna go with the homies. I ain't seen the homies. I ain't talking to them.
Like we do have friends, like associates, I guess you would call them. People we talk to on a regular, and we say that's my friend, you know. But like those real close friends, that's what's hard to come across.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it'd be a lot of it'd be a trust thing too. You don't know who you can trust these days. You don't know, just how people are.
It's hard to find genuineness
it's
the
hard
older
to find
you get.
I'm about to say, I think that's more of a no judgment. I feel like that's more of a female thing, though.
It is
for sure.
Because women have so many personalities. I mean,
in what regard? What you mean by that?
As far as
they're too emotional,
untrustworthy type stuff. Like I don't know if I could trust you. I don't think we really go that deep into it. But but for the most part, I feel like we can tell off bat.
Oh yeah.
Before we even decide to be cool with somebody, it's like I know this dude seems solid. Like he seemed cool enough. So I'll test the waters with that. But somebody's like, oh nah, he's shaky. Like I ain't taking that chance. I ain't.
See, for me, I can that's fine. But then the very moment that you do something that rubs me wrong or just feels off, I'm gone. I'm cutting you off.
Yeah. Got to.
The first feeling that I get that, I'm cutting you off. I ain't even getting no second chance, baby. I only give my relationship. Might barely give a relationship a second chance, might not, but
depends on what went down.
Depending on what went down. But a friendship, I'm cutting you off because if you done it once, you do it again.
And
whatever that thing is.
And I ain't even gonna lie.
Unbelievable.
If I was your age, I feel like it'd be a lot easier to make friends.
You would think so, I think with our personalities, we old. So it's like I don't want to go to the club.
I get that.
I don't want to go meet y'all at the party or stuff like that.
We don't.
That's my only downfall. I don't indulge in activities like that.
Yeah.
And it's not just about like, oh, we're too old and for that. It's more so like what we enjoy. Both of our personalities, like we truly enjoy a game night with family, or we truly enjoy just like a chill type of night.
Yeah, we don't want a club and stuff. I lost a lot of friends to that.
Yeah,
because a lot of friends want us to club and party. Like I don't mind going out every now and then, but like clubbing, like real clubbing,
it's not your scene.
Yeah.
It never had been. Like I go to a local bar here and hang out, but club. Got me out all day.
Yeah, I'll say I'll think about it, or I'll say I'll see.
Yeah. But my nerves too bad being there.
We were talking about that the other day. I went to my whole 4 years in college. I think I went to max 3 parties, and I left before 10 o'clock. That was not it, bro. I just went because the roommate was like, "Come on, bro, step out."
Yeah,
cool. It's not wrong with it. It's just not.
It's not for us.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I was a clubber. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wait, at what age? College?
Definitely in college for sure.
Yeah.
I partied, but did you go to clubs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't do clubs.
Went to clubs. Went to parties. We barely did bars, honestly. Like we usually did.
There's probably a difference in like not demographic, but like what's that thing where it's like urban versus
country,
rural? Yeah.
Rural. Yeah. I can see that.
Because I can see where you're from being more of a club type of thing, where it is Texas.
And we talked about that before. Like I feel like if I lived up there, I would do the club thing.
Yeah, you'd be gravitating.
Because like when they honestly, when we club and party down here, it's always arguing, fighting. It's always something gonna go down. You can never have a good time up there. Baby, them people on the same note. They just want to party and have a good time.
Everybody cool.
But it depends on where you go. But for the most part, you choosing the spot that you want to go to. You know everybody else that's coming here like-minded, ready to have a good time, and that's what y'all here for.
But see, that's why I was telling, I told her not too long ago, that's what I like about like the cigar lounges and stuff. Like that's like, it's our people, our culture stuff, but it's the older crowd too a little bit. So it's like everybody is there to have a good time, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, I think my first time going, homie just randomly saw me over there struggling, and he gave me his cutter for a cigar. Like, I'm like, oh, everybody cool. Oh, they bopping to the songs together. What you know about that, young black? Everybody did a full good time, bro.
I love a vibe like that for sure.
That's what it is.
Can do.
Yeah.
I can do a good time all day.
The young people stuff, and not the young ones, but just like it's more subjected to go down. It's something.
If I see that type of crowd, baby, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Because I just know something gonna pop off. And baby, I ain't trying to be in the mix of it.
The YNs.
The YNs.
They thugging, bro. I'm staying out they way, bro.
I'm telling you.
And you can't really do that type of like scene when you're married.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can.
It's like you can, but 9 times out of 10, in my opinion,
you really don't want to.
You're gonna get into a situation where guys are still gonna try to talk to you, or girl. I mean, I just feel like if you're married and you're going into that, it's just a little more challenging. And I mean, we don't do it because again, it's just not our interest.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in college, I was more motivated, I guess, to go to parties because I was in nursing school. So the minute we had a party, baby, I was ready to go to that party because I was tired of studying. But I don't know. It's just I think what makes it harder for me is I was the opposite. Like growing up, I had one friend for 14 years, like every single summer, any break, like it was me and her all the time. Barbies, Polly Pockets, Littlest Pet Shops, everything. We did everything together. And then when that cut off in high school, well, kind of high school, kind of middle school, like junior high, I met another friend, and it was the same situation. We were like hip to hip all the time. Every weekend, she was at my house, I was at her house. Christmas, she was with me and my family. Like we were like ride or die, best friends. Yeah. So now that I don't have that, I feel like I crave that in a way. And I tell him all the time, like, yes, I'm so thankful that he's my best friend.
I know, right?
But it's like sometimes I don't want to.
I want a girl.
Like I need a girl to talk about you.
Yeah.
And there's things that we can
do that no more.
There's things that we can tell our person and like rant and stuff, but it's not the same as ranting to a girl. Yeah. A girl's gonna get it. A girl's gonna care about the details, and so sometimes I'm like, this is pathetic. I can't find a friend. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, and it make you feel desperate sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh. I was wondering why you said it like that.
Desperate.
Country. That Texas coming up out of here. But I ain't desperate for nothing. I got my one and I'm good. I got family and that's that. Yeah. If somebody genuine comes across, I'm open to that.
Yeah, facts.
For sure, open to that. Because I don't mind, but... Yeah. I ain't gonna die.
Then like you looking for it.
I ain't gonna die. Yeah. Now there was a point where I was looking. I'm like a group of girls that already established, like I could connect with. But no, I'm glad I didn't. Because after a while, baby, that one group I was looking at shadowed, honey. Ooh. Baby, they went left and right. I'm glad I didn't.
See, that how it be, bro.
I ain't trying to have that, honey. I'd rather stick with family and my one friend.
Yeah, that's where I think it makes things easier. Yeah. Because I think if it was just me and him and I didn't have my in-laws, how close I am with like all the cousins and hanging out on the weekends. If I didn't have that, I probably would try to make too much of an effort to find a friend out there. But like you said, I have like that cup is filled for me with family and with my sisters.
We're gonna start going out a little bit more too, y'all. We're gonna try to start hanging out a little bit here and there.
We do need to go. We do need to go do some stuff other than eat.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You never know. You know, we might run into other couples that just might want to chit chat. We might bring them on and hang out.
Or we just might have more fun together, period. Like, I feel like that'd be cool to go out and do more than just eat.
Yeah, so we
definitely stuff
like our fucking faces. Would be good doing stuff like that without thinking more to it. Like I could see you going to a bar or some and find a homegirl where it's like, let's have some fun. Let's talk. Let's kick it. Let's chit and chat. But I think that like y'all want to like find that person that I can just share everything with.
Yeah, because baby, I ain't gonna share my business with everybody.
Exactly. So it's like I can see y'all making friends.
Yeah. Sam, we're gonna go out.
As far as sharing that deep stuff,
we're gonna go hang out and see what
it's hard.
Because I like you said before, as a dude, it's so easy. It's easy. You could just see somebody at the bar that you at and just start chopping it up like about anything.
Make friends all the time.
Yeah.
Just chopping it up, meeting new people
about
all the time.
anything too. Could spark up a conversation about anything.
It's just simple because we not as feelings oriented.
Yeah.
It's just, bro, we chopping it up.
Just chopping it up,
bro.
We always got our
passing time.
That's it. They like, I want to tell you about what I got going on.
Yeah.
I need to trust you.
Yeah, exactly. Nah.
It's a difference. It's definitely a difference.
I'm always gonna keep my eye open. Cause what she finna do?
See what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm just playing. But we gotta go ahead and move on, y'all. Y'all pull out your phones. I want y'all to pull up something for me. Pull out your phones. Pull out your phones.
What we doing?
Okay, y'all. We talked about this before, but y'all haven't actually seen it yet. My honey showed me this a while back. He showed me this a while back. Nostalgic TV. Like the old school TVs we used to have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I showed y'all the app yet.
You told me about it.
Anyways, so I want y'all to pull up your phones, and if y'all watching, y'all pull out y'all phones too. And it's just a way you can go in and watch like the old school TVs that we used to watch, like the channels, your cartoons, your music videos, the news. Mm-hmm. I even was watching.
You gotta tell them, baby.
I was even watching the news.
He's like, don't forget. You gotta get to the point.
Who did I see on the news? I was watching some about Martin Luther King from back then, and John F. Kennedy, and all of them.
Mm-hmm. That's what she chooses to watch.
You took it.
I was just trying to see like.
No.
I was trying to see like. Okay, girl, what was they talking about?
She's trying to see how far back it go. Like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, y'all go to Google and type in my 90s TV, my 80s TV, whatever you want. Mm-hmm. YouTube, baby, put it up. What you put in 90s?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Alright. We 90s babies. What are y'all?
I'm a 90s baby.
Oh, my 2000s TV right
y'all
here.
Y'all them last minute 90 babies.
I'm 2000 on the dot.
Let me see.
Oh.
I hope we can try to pull this up on the screen so y'all can see what it looks like. Baby, are you able to pop up something like that on the screen?
I could show it to them now. Oh, you know what?
Hey, you can change the channel?
Bro,
it's funny.
Obviously, you can click the power button and turn on the TV. Like, it looked like an old school TV.
It really do. Ooh, the old T-Mobile commercial.
Like, you can go through the catalog.
Stop.
I mean, the catalog. Like some of the old school cartoons we used to watch.
Channel 36 was Nickelodeon on me.
I showed the kids. They was like, "Mama, what's that?" I said, "It's a box TV."
They ain't know, bro.
Can you pull it up, babe?
There you go.
We still airing? Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. So look, this is the 90s TV. For those of you that was born in the 90s. Baby, do the cartoon and the music.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna filter it out so y'all can just get an idea. But guys, this is so cool. I love whoever made this app. I love it.
I swear.
I love it because you could just go back and just experience it all over.
There you go. Look, who this?
Who that? Tony? Who that?
It's what's his name again?
Baby.
That baby face.
That's 90s TV.
Yeah.
That's Baby.
But that's Baby.
Turn it up.
I told y'all I was born in the wrong era.
I found Disney Channel, bro.
Let me see. Oh, is that's a Raven?
No. But it's funny.
Like, seriously, you can put in whatever.
I don't know you.
Let's see what we find.
Heck no.
I don't know nothing about that.
What cartoon is this?
Oh, what's this? I can't remember the name.
I don't remember that one.
I remember this.
I mean, I remember seeing it, but I didn't watch
it. Mighty Mouse or something? Nah, it's not Mighty Mouse. Something like that.
Change the year at the bottom, baby. Go up some.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Go to like 97, 98.
I want to really.
It's The Simpsons, bro.
You see The Simpsons?
I found The Simpsons on the
Alright, y'all, we're gonna go to 1997. Let's see what kind of cartoons was playing back then.
Damn.
What kind of cartoons, baby?
Look at this Chili's commercial.
What's that?
What's that? Should we go up to 98? Go up to 98 just to be safe.
I know my knees starting to hurt.
99. Go to 99.
I mean, I was born in 99, so I guess I really am a 2000s baby.
Go to 99.
Yeah, 99.
Oh, wait, what's
this?
Ooh, I used to watch it.
PJs.
The PJs.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. No, I seen it.
That's crazy. What's this? Cat Dog?
Cat Dog. Oh, I love Cat Dog.
I remember that.
Y'all watched Cat Dog?
That stayed around for a little bit after we was born.
That's hard.
Cat Dog.
That's funny.
Wait, look.
On to the next one, baby. What happened?
No, it's zinc, bruh.
But what happened?
Nah, I don't want to play that for too long.
Oh, okay.
I don't want no copyright issues.
Yeah, okay. But guys, you can literally type in my 80s TV, my 90s TV, my 70s TV. You can watch anything from cartoons, the music videos, the news, anything that was airing back then. You're gonna see it.
I put that on
the
the
news
projector,
is
bro.
crazy though.
That's hard.
I seen Dr. Martin Luther King on the news.
Yeah, she went back to what year was
Trump
that?
can never take it.
Took it. She went back to like.
I always find it on.
What year you went back to?
I don't know.
That's me.
I don't remember. But he was up there.
Yeah.
He was up there. Doc was up there. But I think that's cool. It's something you guys can kind of play around with. Look at Sam. She can't even get out of it. Get off of it and go home and watch
I'm
it.
loving this.
And you can really watch full
You
shows.
can watch a full episode.
The commercials come on and everything. Like
It's just like if you was watching it back then.
TV back then, facts.
I'm about to go watch Ni Hao Thailand.
It got
yeah. I need the 2000, probably like 06 Disney
all you gotta
Channel.
do is turn your phone sideways, pop it up, baby. You got a
No,
full
I need when
screen
Disney
TV.
XD came out.
Ooh.
But we was talking about some of like the old cartoons and shows we used to watch.
Like anime.
We were just talking about that at my house. Remember that?
Yeah, like
yeah. Like Dexter.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, I forgot.
Mine was Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo, facts. Fact. What about Rocket Power?
Rocket Power. Kim Possible.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible
facts.
is the best.
Facts.
Call me, beat me if you want to.
But yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. You guys, in your spare time, click on it, get on Google, type in my whatever year TV. Yeah, I had fun with it.
Yeah.
Something cool.
That's
top tier right
Shout out to the guy
that's
that
hard.
created that.
Who created that? But god, dog, that's amazing.
And like, that's pretty intricate.
Yeah.
Of a website.
Yeah.
It's rough. Like, how you do
I
that?
love it.
Exactly. You find all that.
Yeah. All right, we gotta go ahead and move on though, because we can play around with this all night, but we ain't.
I swear.
Okay, guys. Last week, I think it was last week or maybe the week before.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had this big, what do you call it? This
Debate.
Facts.
with my daddy and my Aunt Sheila about do women and men get treated equally by the system when it comes to kids, like child support, custody, even benefits like food stamps, Medicaid, all that stuff, right? They went crazy. I swear they was gonna fight in the living room, but
Where was I?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I know y'all don't have any kids, but I know you got friends and family that do.
We have 2 kids, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Rocky.
Just spoke about them earlier.
Yeah. They kid only got Medicaid.
I can't wait till they let us file some dollars on our taxes. I'm gonna wipe the mess out of check.
I'll keep all the receipts of that dog food.
$70 every couple weeks, bro.
But yeah, I know y'all don't have any, but what do y'all feel like men and women get treated equally when it comes to court, like with custody, child support, any of that? When it comes to children, look at you finna be that bull cone.
No.
That bull cone coming out like bull crap.
What Aaron said last time we were here? He said, no. I remember.
Juba!
He said it.
He said he won't use that word no more.
I'm trying not to.
He said it on that show.
He has said it.
You better tell your business on your show.
I swear, but nah.
What you think, Sam?
Sam said it too last time.
You said what?
They don't.
They
It's
don't.
not equal.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
As in, who gets more favor?
The women.
Yeah.
Honey, I don't know.
You was an oddball that said that it wasn't true.
I don't know how I feel about that. I agree with some of the stuff y'all was saying, but some of the stuff I'm like, because I think so basically what my dad was saying was the system is set up to benefit the women. And I don't agree with that. I think the system is set up for whichever parent is the better fit, it's set up for them. Like they're gonna get they're gonna get the custody they want. They're gonna get everything granted to them. They're gonna be able to get the food stamps. They're gonna get the child support. They're gonna get.
I'm not finna sit here and do my sister like that. That's not.
Baby, jump out.
They both tell my mother.
Jump out. I stand strong, baby.
Look, I'm against you, but they ain't finna do you like that.
I stand strong, baby.
I think that's what you would like it to be.
Got it.
Wishful thinking. Facts. That's a fact.
Like, because I think that's how it should be.
Exactly.
I'm not saying, it's for the women and period. I'm saying it should go both ways and nothing should be biased or
No, I
assumed.
agree with that.
But
so you think the judge favoring the women over the men?
Absolutely. When it comes to custody of a child. Mm-hmm. Now, when it comes to murder and all of that, I think it's a little less.
Yeah, no, just when it comes to children.
With custody, it is automatic. They've always even. You've never. Because even yes, it is, because I remember there was a time that there was a couple that was getting divorced and it was gonna get sticky with who was gonna get the kids, and I asked my dad, I was like, well, wouldn't it go to him because he's the better fit? And he said, well, you just never know because the judge is always going to favor the mom first. And the jury, depending on how they do it. 9 times out of 10, people are gonna feel for a mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say me and him go to court and we're fighting for Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, he don't even got Medicaid. He can't even get insurance.
If it came out that I had an addiction,
they still gonna fight
any individual. This is just the sad truth about society. They are going to be more open to feeling and like trying to empathize for a mom with addiction. Mm-hmm. Than if roles were reversed and he was the one with addiction. Then it's he's a sorry dad, get him out the way. Whereas she's a struggling mom and can't separate her from her kids. Mm-hmm. She held the baby for 9 months. Like,
baby, I think judge gonna favor whoever is in the best interest of that child.
That sound good, but
it does.
Look, just
but that's not how it goes.
Being honest, like just 100%. They favor the females, which it is what it is. We just know that that's the way of the world.
That's not true.
But situationally, of course, it can go in the favor of a dad.
Yeah.
But it's literally situation based. It gotta be like the father gotta prove above and beyond that he can do everything, and that the mother isn't fit to be a parent.
Those would be all the exceptions
it gotta be,
to the...
Right.
But it gotta be both. It can't just be I'm a better fit. It gotta be the father is a better fit and the mother isn't fit. But it can't ever just be one, because it's still gonna go to the mom. That's just how it is.
So you gotta, like, as a guy, you gotta double down on everything. You
make sure that's a fact.
You overly fit, and you gotta make sure she isn't fit. Exactly. Because if she's fit, but you overly fit, they still gonna have her in that consideration to get the majority of the favor.
Exactly.
I mean, kinda, sorta.
You might go and change. It's okay to change your mind.
No, I ain't changing nothing. I ain't changing nothing, baby.
Got it.
Look, baby.
That's it.
Like, I just think, okay, what about if dad goes and files for custody? Takes custody. You think the judge is gonna say, like, if dad is presenting it, I'm going for custody. I'm going for child support.
That doesn't change the bias.
You think the judge gonna still be like?
They're not gonna dismiss it. No,
that's not
that's a good fit.
They won't dismiss it, but they will. It's gonna be okay.
Fight,
okay, but why?
It's still the same circumstances.
Yeah,
the circumstances don't change.
Well, all I'm gonna say is
no.
Like I told Aaron, he finna act up.
No. Wait. Before you say that,
what?
I say this because this is something that you gonna say every time. Who do you think? Who do you think
I'm
should?
I'm tall on this one.
Who do you think should get the kids?
In what situation?
Guess what?
Period.
Oh, mom or dad.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I carried that baby for 9 months. I birthed it. Give me my rights.
Wait, but like, what are you're
just based off ignorance. This is the way she. This is the way she be thinking when it comes to situation. Who do you think should get the kid? Me.
I said if both parents fit, baby, give me my kids because I carry these kids for 9 months. I birthed these children. He talking about, but I help. But you didn't care. You didn't go through the care. You didn't label. You didn't nurture. You didn't do none of that stuff that I did. Judge me be looking right here.
I don't got no choice.
Right,
but I don't got no choice in the matter of being able to do that.
Yes,
I'm still a dad and you still a mom.
That is true. He doesn't have a choice.
I don't have no choice in the matter.
He said, Aaron said if it was up to him, he'd be carrying that baby.
Now, if I was a half-ass dad, then that's different.
You feel me?
The whole time. That's completely different. But if I'm just as much of a dad as you are a mom,
not as much.
You shouldn't get.
That is why. Well, what is it? Split custody or joint custody?
Joint, yeah.
That's why that is a thing because in the case that both parents are fit, but they just didn't work out as a couple, they both get the shared custody.
Yeah. Like I'm off of joint.
I got joint custody with the twins, mom.
Mm-hmm. So I think like you can't really say in y'all's situation who deserves the kids because it's y'all are both fit situation. Yeah. Now, if he was sorry and you weren't sorry,
but if you took him to court, he'd lose.
If you took me to court, I'll lose every time.
Straight up. Because you're not unfit.
Nobody would lose. They would just.
No.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
With custody, they would give us joint. With child support, they would give it to us.
No. If we requested joint, they would give it to us. But if one of us or both of us were requesting full custody, they would give it to you.
As they should.
She don't care about that.
As they should, I carried them.
She ain't care about nothing.
They mine.
But that's. Do you think that it matters if gender comes into play?
What?
Like
whether it's a boy or a girl staying with mom or dad.
No. Cause I know like some people are big on like I don't care what nobody say. My son needs a dad. So they give the dad the custody sometimes.
Well, then he needs to be fit enough to have joint custody. If you want your son in your life, then you need to be a good dad.
Thank you. Hello, lights.
No facts, though.
Baby, I mean, we can go on and on about that topic, but
you lost.
I mean, I think
we can't go on and on because we are corrected. You are wrong. You are not the father.
I do agree with some of what y'all saying, but there is some stuff that I don't agree with. And all I'm saying, at the end of the day, get that mama her key. If she fit, give it to her because she birthed your children. She went through the letter for the children.
What's that next topic?
Them her children.
Move on.
Next question, please.
Just feel how you feel. Man.
I bet you I ain't gonna give you no baby then.
Got it.
Fighting for my kid, yeah.
You in?
Yep.
You ain't gonna win because the judge already said.
I know.
Go on, fight for your life.
I don't think that's true, y'all.
I'm not winning,
bro. I do not think that's true.
They don't dismiss you, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's gonna be harder. You want to fight for your life.
No, it's not. That's not true.
I'm gonna fight for my life.
That's not true at all. What if y'all had some kids or something?
We do.
Say it one more time. She ain't hearing you, son.
They don't have Medicaid.
I done stayed up all night.
They not in the system.
Weird.
For y'all to tell me that ain't my kid.
Yeah, I just love
Rocky McDonald and Leonardo McDonald.
Oh.
Leonardo, I like that.
Leonardo da Vinci.
What I call Lee what?
Lee Daniels.
Okay. Then y'all look kids.
I got his paperwork, his birth certificate.
Yeah.
Papers work is crazy.
Oh,
I heard that.
Papers work.
It's his papers work.
Washington.
Sam. Not too much.
The Washington.
Well, okay.
That's
this podcast
crazy.
is over.
I can go home.
Matter of fact, y'all go home.
Do I forget?
I swear, man. Keep on.
There we go. Okay, y'all, for real. Alright, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up a little bit. Have y'all had any type of
Careful with the next word.
Sam, you made me rethink it.
Oh. Well, just don't say something boring.
Alright.
What is it?
Bible, when you're speaking of the man above, you can never be born, honey.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something about, do you guys ever wonder about aliens? I was about to say, come on now.
Have you though? Look, have you though?
Yeah, they out there.
They out there.
I don't like talking about that.
Yeah, I mean it because I'm be scared.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm scared. No, I'm not scared.
No, we not. Have y'all had any type of spiritual experiences that y'all want to share? Like for real?
Yeah. Well, bad or good?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you opened a can of worms.
All right, let me speak on something real quick. It might seem a little.
Hold on, y'all don't scare me though.
Might seem a little slow. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Just bear with me.
Makes sense.
Slow for saying it.
I was a kid, right? I think I was in high school. Somewhere around them days. I was like maybe like 13, 14 years old. Get out my piece.
Got him.
She told me.
No, ma'am.
Y'all ate out the piece?
I was like,
It was mine.
You sound like just give me
Pass the pizza, bro.
The pizza she don't like.
yeah, right.
Somebody ill.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Anyways.
Go ahead.
So I was like 13, 14, walking down the street by myself.
Like, is this for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm walking down the street, and for some reason I thought I had an epiphany, right? I was just thinking. I don't know why I thought a lot when I was a kid, but I thought that I figured out the meaning of life.
Right.
Hey, what was the meaning, bro? Bro, figured it out at 13. It's crazy.
I thought I figured it out. Like, in my mind, I went,
He got it.
brain blast.
We're gonna be rich.
Lights, boy.
on some Jimmy Neutron shit. Brain blast.
Brain blast.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Oh, that's so right.
That's it.
Slow.
It makes sense.
What?
All right, let me try not to forget. All right, I just kept repeating it in my head. I'm like, all right, it is this. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, yo,
You're so
that's
smart for
crazy.
figuring this out.
I thought I figured it out. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah. Hold on. I thought something was gonna happen since I figured it out. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm thinking like something about to happen in real life, like because I just unlocked it.
He unlocked the vault.
Next level unlocked.
I tell you, a couple hours later, I completely forgot whatever it was that I was thinking in that moment.
Aaron.
I figured it was going to happen. I figured it was going to happen. That's why I tried to keep repeating it so I wouldn't forget. And yeah, that was it. That was the end of my.
Do you remember what it was?
No, I have no idea.
You probably really did figure it out.
Yeah, I forgot.
They probably made you forget.
I ain't gonna let, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, you know what?
Really young blood.
Exactly. I swear that was.
It's gonna hit him when he like 60.
Bro.
Watch. He like,
When I thought it, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, he pulled it out my head on purpose. Like,
Brett
They said on purpose.
thought he was a special individual. Who gave you the power to figure out the
He
key to
thought
life?
he was gonna be the next chapter in the Bible. God's gonna make a story out of this.
Next month first Aaron.
He thought he was
Hey.
It's alright, OG.
Aaron chapter
It's all
1
right, cuz.
verse 3.
I thought I had it.
You did.
Fun.
I did for a couple hours. For a couple hours, I had it.
That's crazy.
That was my experience, though.
Who was that story? Y'all heard that story about that kid that I don't know if this was real or was this a book, but it was true. I don't know if somebody told me this in person.
What?
About like the kid, when they was a kid, and they was like, God, if you real, show me you real, and then them flowers. That flower, he said, make that flower move or whatever, and that flower said,
Oh,
what was that? Where did I read that at?
Baby, that was a bull.
It was a true story. Somebody know, somebody don't hear about it. They don't know, it was true. And then he went and go told his mama and daddy and his grandparents and them, and that flower didn't move again. But
That's
he
crazy.
said he saw that flower
When he asked
do
for
it.
it.
And that was like, if you real, do this right here.
Baby, you better be careful what you're asking for, honey. He go, what?
Nah, I swear, because you took a lot of that slice.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You ought to be ashamed. Put me on blame.
Took a lot of that slice.
Big job.
But took a slice of a slice.
I think that's like...
Have you had one?
Like a spirit... What was the question? Spiritual connection?
Like a spiritual experience. I had one last year. Was the eclipse last year, y'all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The solar eclipse? Mm-hmm. It was. I got it marked in my phone somewhere.
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
I had one last year. Aaron remembers all week we was preparing for the solar eclipse. And I kept saying, well, he finna show us. He finna show all the people that doubt him. He finna show. And I used to pray. I prayed the whole week, and I used to be like, Lord, people that are not believers, like, just give them a sign. Show them something that day. Because everybody's going to be out looking. Show them. Show them who you are.
I think I know where you're going.
And I was praying it every week, and I was joking around with the whole family, like, y'all, he gonna show up he finna show us something. I don't know what it is, something.
You kept saying that, Momo, for real.
But baby, the day of that solar eclipse, I mean, it was beautiful and everything. It was a sight to see. I didn't see nothing in the moment, but a few days later, I looked back in my photos and videos that I captured, and I captured the most beautiful picture ever. Do y'all remember that picture?
Bro, I just saw it. Where did
y'all see it, or y'all thought I was tripping?
When you said it and I looked, I said, oh.
Yeah. Sheila was like, you didn't see no man. And then I showed the picture. She said, that's a man.
It wasn't no coincidence, bro.
I said, Sheila, that's a man. She said,
it wasn't just no man. It was him.
It was him for real.
Bro, it was trippy. It was like too clear cut. It didn't like make my mind have to guess what this
exactly. It was like,
oh.
Yeah.
I looked back at my pictures and it was just right there. It literally looked like a picture of his face.
Well, you
like
gotta insert the clip.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You gotta insert it later.
We can put that in there.
Cause that's creepy, bro.
I mean, it was clear as day.
What was you saying that day? Cause we were laughing at you. Cause you said we're all black or something like that.
Something like that.
It's the funeral.
I think I told y'all I said, wear some bright colors so you can see us. But we was joking and playing, but like
it was
literally that moment when I saw that, I was shook up. I was like,
you scared me.
Look, like my phone captured this. Look, and
did you not go viral off of that? Because that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was too clear not to go viral.
Yeah. And I even traced it. If you go on my TikTok and stuff or my Facebook, I even shared it on Facebook tonight, so y'all can just look at it again if you have it. But I even kind of traced it with a pencil on my phone so you can see it clear as day, side by side to the actual photo. But it was literally eyes, nose, hair. It almost looked like a crown around the head. It was a complete face, everything. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the spiritual experiences. Yeah, I had one.
I had a bad one.
You had a bad one?
He has bad ones all the time, bro.
Like
no,
what?
it's like sleep paralysis.
We talked about it though. I don't think you know what sleep paralysis.
Juba, you don't sound.
I do. She don't think because she don't believe what I be saying. It's like I be telling her all the time, saying this is like the movies where they don't believe the person until some stuff really go down. I be trying to tell her, bro, I'm stuck.
Damn.
It be sleep paralysis. See, you see what I'm saying? She don't believe.
Juba, don't tell her no now.
Alright, so what happened? Give us the details.
Sleep paralysis of my encounter that I had. Oh, the bad encounter. Oh, I seen the devil.
Damn.
I seen them one time. I never forget.
What are you talking about?
I was scared of my life.
You guys the night with the dogs?
Yeah,
I swear.
I'm a little scared.
Because I ain't never knew what no devil looked like, nothing like that.
What? Tell us how it went. You was asleep. You was up. What was that?
I was asleep in my room at Nanny's house. This was about.
Sam stupid.
About 14 maybe. You remember her old A&M blanket?
Yeah.
She got him so my mom got him a maroon blanket. She had it for 30 plus years. That joker was almost pink. It ain't maroon no more, so it's faded. I was using that joint, and one time I turned around. I woke up. I was sleeping on my side. I woke up. I turned around and I saw this whole devil-looking man. Like I saw the eyes, bloody eyes, and everything. I jumped out the bed, and my door was like right here. So I walked to the door, and I turned back around, looked at the bed, like, oh, I'm tripping. And I did this, and that blanket was the man. Like he was pink, like that maroon faded blanket, and he had his face, his eyes, and everything. It had the blanket was shaped like the horns. I was like, I must have hit the what's the Lord's prayer? I hit the must.
Hail Mary.
Boy, who I have your holler be down there. I swear, and I kept doing this, bro. I was like, nah, fam, I'm tripping. Bro, I did not go to sleep for the next day, bro. Because at first I'm like, okay, you know when you see like in the dark, you see a jacket or something on the wall, you like, ooh,
and
you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. No, it didn't move.
Michael.
It was like, oh, it's still there. Oh, nah. That's when I was like, oh, this is real. Yeah. But nobody ever believed me. And I was scared. I'll never forget that.
I believe people experience it because I experienced a lot of stuff. Yeah. I believe people when they say what they say, they say.
I'm trying to tell you.
When they say, they say.
When they say what they had
when
said.
When they say what they said about what they said, what they was saying.
You don't believe nothing at all.
Sam, you better start believing.
I be done croaked over. She gonna be like, he did tell me there was something.
That's the thing. People don't believe stories like that.
I
don't encounter.
First of all, I didn't know that's where you were going with that because I didn't even know that story. I believe his dreams and I believe what he encounters, but he gets mad when I correct him.
How you gonna correct?
Because you gonna correct my dream.
No, I'm not correcting what happened. I'm correcting that's not sleep paralysis.
It do though. She don't understand because it's only so much you can explain to her, but you got to be in that presence to feel it. To be like, okay, this was that. She want to look up the literal definition. Like, that's not it.
Like when you wake up out of your dream, and you can't move, that is sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
when you have explained some things, I'm like, okay, but you're still asleep, so that's not sleep.
Like you be up, but you physically cannot move your body.
Yes, it's only happened to me once. Yeah, and I slept over at my parents' house. I had the worst nightmare. If anybody likes horror stuff and you want to not be able to sleep for a little bit, Haunting of the Hill House. You watch that series, you're done for. Like. Yeah. Did you watch it?
Nah, we ain't get a chance to watch it.
Oh my gosh! There was something called the Bent Neck Lady.
I have a dream.
And she was scary, y'all. Yeah. She was really scary.
What is it on? What's it
on? It's on Netflix.
Okay, so I'm probably watching myself in here.
I would love to watch it with y'all, but anyways,
let's watch it tonight.
Yeah,
go get y'all dollars and we spend the night.
Babe, can we?
I'm not watching that scary stuff.
No. Me neither. The devil.
I don't want none of that in my house.
Sam, she a fraud.
Why would you get me excited?
She don't like scary stuff.
Right here, watch it.
I like scary stuff. She don't like scary stuff at all.
I don't believe in all that.
It's not about
believing in it. I do thriller. I don't like that. That's devil stuff.
No, this wasn't devil stuff. This was stuff that actually happened to a family. Like
I like documentaries.
Especially if something really happened, though, she definitely don't want to watch it.
Yeah, if it's real like that, it's scary.
You boring. Like if it's horror is the best, bruh. Like I'm a horror for horror. Like you name a scary movie that, like a good one, I've seen
horror.
Except for horror.
I'm a whore for horror. Whoa.
It's so good. But anyways, the Bent Neck Lady, she was one of the really scary parts of that show. In my nightmare, she was present, but then when I woke up, she was leaning over me.
Oh nah, hell nah.
And so I'm trying, like when I woke up. I thought like she was over me. Like when I woke up, I still saw her over me.
Hell no.
So I tried to scream, but my mouth wouldn't open.
Got you.
And then, and I was trying so hard, I started crying, and then it finally just It sounds so slow. When it finally came out, because you tried so hard to get it out.
Sam, I know what you're talking about.
Like you in your head, you're like, all that comes out.
Sound like a fucking sheep.
You raise them, you feed them.
He's had that before, where in his
What
dreams,
I say, Sam?
in his dreams, he's trying to yell out to me, and then all you hear is him in the middle of the night. No. Like what?
No,
What?
I was trying to call my mama.
Okay. I don't know. In the middle of the night.
Mom.
Like, your mama is not here, honey.
Mama, I can't get it. Bro, I was kept trying to yell. And the crazy part about it, you don't even want to know the nightmare I was having that day. Boy, that nightmare, I was having a mean nightmare about our neighbors across the street. And then, you know who we talking about. And then the lady tried to fight me in slow mo. And in the dream, you know what I'm talking about. The one that already passed. I won't say her name. But she tried to fight me. She turned evil and tried to fight me. And I was swinging in slow motion in the dream. Like this. And she was evil. And she got me. And she was choking me. And I was trying to say, Mama. I said, Mom. That's all that came out, bruh. I swear, I grabbed Sam so bad. Oh my God. Cause nothing come out ever, bro. That's it, bro.
Sam.
You thought it was over.
I be having sleep paralysis often.
She gonna say no. Look,
I do it often. And what I do now, because I can tell when I'm in it. Like now, because I do it, it's often. I can tell. Maybe I immediately start quoting scriptures. No. I had the same scripture. God has not given me the spirit of fear, but the Lord's given me power. And I keep quoting it, and baby, I come up out of it, baby, I get sucked. Because God ain't gave me no fear. If I feel like something standing over me, baby, God ain't give me no spirit of fear. I be bold. I be bold with it,
they say you can't be scared.
Baby, Sister Ronnie told me that prayer about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Baby, I've been bold ever since. I'm gonna quote it loud.
When I'm really scared, or I'm like, oh my gosh, the devil is in my brain right now.
Girl, you better quote that scripture.
I don't quote nothing. This is me. God.
That's it.
That's what I tell myself. God.
What does that do to you, bro?
As they say,
what does that do?
But God. So I'm over it.
That's all you gotta say.
God.
I've been there before, Sam. I've been there before.
Like, I don't want to think about nothing else. These thoughts are terrible. God. Yeah. I'm gonna keep saying God, so I don't think about anything else. God.
What, babe?
I remember, I swear to God, I've been there before. I was a kid, and something scary or something was going on in here. I'm like, God.
Exactly.
Come on now. Come on, big dog.
Oh, need to show up, big dog. Time to show up. Show what you about.
If I ain't seen you before. Yeah. So right now.
I need you right now.
Y'all about to get up and y'all worry about. I'm going to quote that scripture every time. Boldly.
I hit that mother last night.
And I feel instant relief, y'all, when I do it. I be like, God has not given me the spirit of fear, but the Lord has given me. I ain't scared.
Then she sounds like she belong on a Medea movie.
My friend Dasha told me a long time ago, because she have experiences and stuff. She said when she get up and like she feel a spirit or something in her house, she be like, not today. 2 months on now, if I feel weird inside, I be like, not today.
That's not it.
God ain't gave me no spirit of fear. Gone. I open the door.
Bro, you don't even pay him no mind.
Pay him no mind.
I say it's all everywhere in here. All on the doors, all on the windows. You might slip and slide, baby. Ooh. Slang it all. I be slanging that all, y'all. I open them doors, baby. I be slanging that oil.
Can't pay no mind.
I ain't lying. Baby, you finna pump me out my house.
For real, boy.
You ain't finna pump no fur in me.
I know you're not supposed to like
acknowledge it.
Well, even if that is true, I'm not good at not acknowledging anything.
Joking.
But like, I know that you can't like what's the word? It's just one of those things that you can't force it. It either happens or it doesn't. Yeah. But I've always wanted an experience that you like that is kind of like the stories that you hear where it was like you know, the story that I hear all the time is about the person that was, what was it? I'm trying to think about it.
Spoke to me.
No, I mean, yeah, in a way, but the story that I always think about is it's got to do with somebody that was going to commit suicide that day, and they said, God, if you want me to stay another day, then do this or have this happen today, and that happened that day. Like I want an experience like that, not because I feel like it would make me have more faith, but I just feel like I just want to experience something like that that's kind of out of the ordinary, not just every day. Like, oh yeah, I've had that happen before. I want something,
a real encounter.
Yeah, I want an encounter where it's.
I
know because what it makes me think of is when we were in college and he said, what exactly did you say? You just said I wanted to get closer to God, but you said something specific.
I called my sister crying. I'll fight for my life, bro.
But I'm saying before that, like, because you said he wanted to know God for himself.
I wanted to know God for myself.
Oh yeah, and then she
said, "The devil gonna try me."
I called my sister.
She told you. I remember on the phone. She said, "Careful what you ask for because." She said you better buckle up because you don't know what he's about to do.
I swear to God, that devil came kicking on my door. Boy, I called her. I couldn't even tell. I said he trying to get me.
So I said he trying to get me.
That's all I can say, bro.
I knew it was gonna happen, but all I know is I went and took a shower and I was on the floor in that shower. I was praying. I said, Lord, just give him the strength that he needs to fight this battle. And baby, the Lord spoke clear as day, like it bounced off the shower, the walls of the shower. The Lord said, he already equipped. And I jumped out
you did say that. You said that.
I said, baby.
And then we found that song.
The Lord had already spoken. He said, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Junebug is fully equipped. He was going through boxing training at that time. And the Lord had spoken to me that Junebug was going through that boxing, not for the physical world, but he was spiritually building him up for a battle, for this fight. And the Lord had spoke that to me that night in that shower and said Junebug was fully equipped, and baby, I ain't had nothing to worry about.
See, and that's what I want. Like,
you want
no. Wait, let me finish. Because you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what you went through, because baby,
you want a real experience.
But I don't want it.
No, you don't want that.
What I am saying when I say I want that, like, I want the ability to know when he's speaking. You know? How she said, he told me this. How do you know?
Baby,
like, how do you know when he told you that versus what your brain...
Samantha.
I ask Sheila that all the time. Every time I see I said, Sheila, you know when they be like, God told me this, God said, what he sound like?
Baby, you'll know. That's all I'm saying.
I be wanting to know.
You really can't explain it, but you will know.
He said, you
remember that 1 week I went through something every day. I used to come home excited and said, baby, let me tell you what happened today. Ooh, he rolled me for a week straight, baby. Yeah. I was at restaurants and I had $10 on me, no more money. And the Lord fucked me and said, leave the rest of that for tip. The lady that rung me up, I said, Lord, I didn't $5 left. I need this for the week for gas. Lord said, leave that tip.
But how you know it's not your conscience?
How do you know it's him and not your conscience?
You just know.
I know.
You can't explain it.
The difference, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the most spiritual person in this world, but I've been seeing a lot and I've been experiencing a lot, right? I've even been seeing this a lot recently. And I seen this guy talking about this exact topic. He said, God to you not going to sound like him.
Yep.
Exactly. Not going to sound like her. Not going to sound the same to her or him.
Yeah.
It's going to sound like you. God to you is going to sound like you, but you're going to know the difference between God's voice and your voice is between an actual active thought that you're having like you searching or you thinking, and something just popping into your head.
You just will know.
Of course, it's going to.
I didn't think of it.
Exactly. It's not what I thought, but it's a voice I heard in my own voice. This. Exactly. Like you know the difference between you actively. All right, so I'm gonna go here today, and then I'm gonna go do this. But when you have a thought,
and another thing,
manifest in your head.
He gonna keep knocking at your door to yours.
10 different signs, bro.
I said
10 different signs.
See that tip?
If you keep missing them jokers, or ignoring them.
I said, yes. I was talking in the restaurant. I said, no, you tripping? I need.
So you tripping?
He said, leave that tip. I said, oh my God, that's how I was talking to myself. And people probably got me on camera looking crazy. I said, "Oh my God, oh my God, is this?" And the Lord said, "Do that too."
And after she left that tip, we was good the rest of the week.
Something happened.
It was something that happened. We came up
when
on
I got
something.
to work. Somebody had blessed me with something.
Yeah,
had blessed me with lunch. I needed that money for lunch.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Lunch money today. And some lady came in and blessed us with lunch for that whole day. She brought us breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
See?
I said, "Oh Lord, that's just a solution. Gotta be obedient."
You did.
I said, "D," because I was scared to give her my last $5. I needed to eat.
Bro, I talked to a lady not too long ago, and she was talking about being obedient to God, and she got a fiance, but he from across the globe. I don't want to get too many details because it's her story, not mine. But she said that God told her she's not supposed to marry that man, and they was engaged. So she's like,
"Ooh, that's tough."
She's like, I don't know what to do with myself, but like I gotta be obedient to him.
Got to.
And she's like, I have to just tell him like he's either gonna understand or he's not. But I'm gonna have to say God said I can't. I was like, ooh, you gotta listen. Yeah, you gotta be obedient.
You love that man.
She like, I love him to death. I'm fighting for him to get him here, but she said, God said I can't marry this man.
That's for real. Like, and he gonna keep knocking at your door.
Surely. She said she started praying for his paperwork to stop and everything.
Everything.
I was like,
that's crazy.
Y'all got 10 on you.
Yeah.
10 piece.
Yeah, I think we pretty much good. I think we're pretty much good unless before we close it out. Just very quickly, briefly. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hit on it, and then maybe next episode we'll kind of elaborate a little bit more on it.
All right.
If you could erase one mistake in your life,
Eden,
that you might have made.
Dog.
What? Say
big in my back.
Samantha.
Getting big.
Got it.
What would it be? What would that one thing be?
Just one?
One mistake.
Woo. I don't know, because I'm a firm believer in everything happened for a reason.
I swear.
Come on here.
I swear. But honestly, I'm on the same page as Sam. Yo, one thing that happened when I was a kid, right? One thing that happened when I was a kid was my grandmother told my mother, whenever that boy say he hungry, feed that boy. I heard that. I was like, yeah.
I need that.
I took advantage of that every single time. I'm like, Mommy, I'm hungry. She sent my sisters to the store, grab me something to eat. Mommy, I'm hungry. She gonna make some. Mommy, I'm hungry. I never was that kid that was biggest. Biggest.
Hell.
But I was always a little chunkier than everybody else.
A little fluffy.
Fat.
Honey, it's
That's
okay.
a little bit more
fluffy. I don't like no skin.
But nah, I regretted it once I got older. I'm like, I took advantage of that. Just because I heard it. Just because I heard it. Yeah. But that was it.
Yeah.
If I could take one, I don't know if it's a mistake, but take one thing about it, be like being reserved. That was my biggest mistake. Yeah, that is a mistake.
We always be here.
Yeah. That's my biggest mistake.
We are parents' children.
Yeah, I think so. Cause like even now, like since episode 1, I really gotta be like, when you ask questions, I really gotta think. I'm like, dang, bro, I really lived I really was like reserved. Like I didn't get into nothing. I didn't do, and that's not to say like it's not good, but like, I wish I wasn't as reserved. That way, I would have lived more, bumped my head more. Yeah. And not been as curious now as a grown up.
Got you.
It'd be like, cause now I'm just like, oh, go do some hood rat shit. But then I gotta catch myself like, cause it's too late for all that. You got consequences now, versus when you was 10.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can get into some nonsense.
That's for real.
Yeah. That's my mistake.
What about you, Sam?
Big in my back.
She not playing.
She
did serious.
I'm so serious. Like, my weight has taken over my entire life. For like how many years?
You think it's because of eating though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I need to stop eating.
Oh, yeah, I do eat a lot. Nah.
All right now, because
now mine.
Got 3 boxes.
I got now mine. Kids contributed, and I wouldn't say eating because we don't eat a lot. We don't eat a lot of food.
No. When y'all eat,
After I had my kids, baby, they just weight just do not fall off no more. And it ain't baby weight. Yeah, it ain't baby weight. It just
don't fall off.
Maybe it's some slowed down metabolism. Some slowed down. After them children, baby, because don't nothing fall off now. It just stick.
You know what it is? I ain't even gonna lie. Now that you say that, we don't eat that much. We don't eat a lot, but we not active. We ain't really active at all.
Nah,
that's the problem.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Momo!
That's a fact, though. That's a
You get the moving around, I bet you start dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Even just walking.
If I really go on a journey or something, I like a weight loss journey or something, I'll drop.
Because when you get the eating right and you start moving around, you drop fast.
Yeah, I
see
can drop
it quick.
fast.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like, God dang, you just started working out.
Leg
You fast or something for 3 days and you see a difference on you quick.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna do it too, but not yet.
Yeah. Eating good this summer.
I gotta wait.
None of that. None of that.
Nah, I want to, but it be hard. So
It is.
it be hard
it's
to break stuff.
There's 5 stages to that. I found out.
What?
To like getting back to that.
Okay,
There's like
leave us with them.
I never get past one.
You got your first stage. I think it was your pre-contemplation stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's like your initial like not working out. And then you got your contemplating stage where it's like, okay, I really need to get on this next week.
I gotta do this.
And then I think it goes into your
Active?
I think it's your prep stage, preparation, where it's like, okay, this is my plan. I'm finna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I believe. And then it goes into your action to where, okay, I'm in this joint. And then that's after 30 days, you get your, what you call it, your maintenance, to where it's like, this is my lifestyle now. So it's like the biggest thing for people is getting past, I think it was the contemplation stage. Once you get past that and get into that action phase, you all right. But the whole, I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to start Monday. I'm going to start Wednesday. That's the hard part. But once you get in there, you 30 days in, it's like, oh, we in maintenance now.
That get going.
We doing it.
We gone. That's a fact. You got to get past that initial, because like, I took weeks off right now, and it's like, all right, I gotta pick this back up. So I'm like in my contemplation stage right now. I'm like, okay, I need to start Monday, and then Monday comes like, you know,
we be
my
procrastinating.
team on Wednesday. I'm gonna do Friday.
Now I feel like cooking tonight, so we just gonna grab food. So we can just start.
It's just like
I said, we
going.
gonna all clean this month. Baby, we went grocery shopping. I ain't buy nothing here. One bag of spinach.
And they tell you too, bro.
And it went out of date.
One chicken breast.
There's no such thing as like perfect timing with that stuff.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's no, I'm gonna start Monday. It's just when you have that thought, you gotta
Just
go.
start. Facts.
If it's a Tuesday evening, just say, I'm not gonna eat this right now.
Yeah.
That'd be hard. Yeah.
That's hard. Everybody want to prep for the start on the first.
Start on Monday.
You can't, bro. You can't. There's no such thing as perfect timing with it, bro. I go. That's the hard part for me.
I started listening to a podcast. She went big, but what I really enjoy is when I can relate to somebody, not just their they're successful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know that you didn't always have it. You weren't always successful.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it more relatable and easier to listen to.
Who you be watching?
Her name is Mel Robbins, and she got fired from her job. She was a news reporter, I think. She got fired from her job. They were about to go into bankruptcy. They couldn't pay for their house. Her and her husband were like on the verge of divorce. They had kids, and she finally was just like, I don't want to live this life anymore like this.
Yeah.
Like something's got to change now. And she started so many different things. She wrote, I think, 2 books. She helps you manifest. She's really.
You check out B. Simone too. B. Simone and Crystal podcast. Be listening, especially B. Simone, but be listening to them.
Oh, cold. Poor Minds is cold too.
They be on the same.
You could definitely, you're gonna be able to relate to them girls for real.
Yeah, I was listening to her in the most recent episode that I listened to that called me out a little.
Yeah, I like these.
She was like, all of y'all are always waiting. Oh well, I'm not motivated. She was like, motivation's garbage. She was like, motivation is not what gets you started. And when she started explaining, I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Now I really don't have.
Humble joke. He
brought you down there.
Called me out. Like, you want to unbig your back, then unbig your back.
Then unbig it.
That's right.
And I watched this girl, which she's not for everybody, but she said a phrase. She said, I wanted something sweet last night after dinner, and then I asked myself, do I want this snack or do I want to look like a? She said, so I put the
Perspective.
She was like, so sometimes you gotta sacrifice for what you really want. So I put the snack up and I went to bed.
Yeah,
and I said that would have been better than me because I would have had the bowl of cereal.
Babe, would have popped that Rice Krispie
I would have warmed up some noodles.
Babe, you ready to go to Dairy King? What blizzard do you want?
Little fruit snacks open.
Sorry. And I'm gonna say I start in the morning.
Yeah.
I be hitting the mud. I skip breakfast.
I've been like, it's just a little peg. It ain't
Look,
gonna do
I ain't gonna lie to you. I for the last 2 days I've been cutting.
Yeah.
I usually clean my plate.
Yeah.
Last 2 days, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to finish this. Like, I'm just doing too much. So
when you get to where you do that consistently, it is such an eye opener because you're like, I was really eating because I was bored,
just because I wanted to,
or because it's just there. Like, and I think it also has to do with how you're brought up, or just like things that you get used to. Like, prime example, when I used to go to the babysitters, like, I wasn't super skinny, but I wasn't big either as a kid. But when I started going to the babysitters, me and my cousin started gaining weight because my parents would send us with, like, a pizza to throw in the oven or some noodles or something. Yeah. Pizza rolls, but it couldn't just be, okay, eat what you want and then, you rest home with you. No, you eat that whole pizza while you're there. Yeah. And my babysitter's mentality, and it wasn't because she was trying to be mean, but the way she was brought up is, this is all we got, so you better not waste it.
Yeah.
And so you finish your plate and you don't get up till it's all gone.
It's done.
And so now I feel like that's how we are as adults. And something that I had to get better at was, if he's hungry, that doesn't mean I need to eat. Yeah. Like, if he says, I'm hungry, you want to grab something to eat, I don't have to say yes. That's a fact. Yeah. He's not holding me hostage, making me eat. You did. I can easily say, like, we can go, but I'm not gonna get anything, or I might just get a drink. Yeah. And then when you sit there like, dang, all this time I really. Or I was just eating because it's lunchtime.
I be feeling some type of way now. Cause I be like, she be like, just go ahead. But I don't want to eat no more.
I don't want to eat by myself.
I just eat some noodles.
A lot of times now, I don't even eat until later during the day, like almost dinner time. Sometimes I eat once a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, where is this gigolo coming from? Like. Because I eat once a day. What is this? I don't eat that many fruit snacks.
It's not coming up from nowhere. It's just, we ain't doing nothing, so we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Like they say,
burning more.
What they be saying, you just be boned.
Man, say.
She just
it's in my jeans.
No, she's not fat. She thick.
Sometimes when you eat once a day too, though. Your
I had to tell him that. Because
true.
he used to say like, oh, well, I'll just skip breakfast and lunch and eat dinner. And I'm like, okay, but now you're going crazy. Number one, you're going crazy in that one meal. So now you're consuming the same amount of calories in one meal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're doing that and going straight to sleep. So you're not going to burn nothing.
Yep.
So now you're really
putting that work.
Your body plateau to that.
Yeah.
So like you might lose like when I do a fast or something, a 3-day fast, I drop like crazy. But if I try to do that fast for a month, in a week, 7 days, I would plateau because it's like, oh, my body is adjusted now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't eating once a day ain't gonna do nothing for me.
Yeah.
Now my body's gonna be in starvation. It's gonna hold on to everything
Exactly.
that I'm putting in.
Yep. All right.
And then we tell y'all we wasn't gonna elaborate on this.
We did.
It is what it is.
We might get off into it again a little bit more on the next episode. What?
You don't want to do that. Well, it ain't gonna do it now because my lips
Her
are...
lips
got
get
stuck. You got stuck on
I'll do this and sometimes my lips will get stuck and he gets mad.
Slow.
Let me see if I can do it.
Let me see.
Stupid.
That is so ugly.
Like the grand. And it gets stuck like that. It be making
And sometimes it'll be just right here.
Just
on
one side.
piece,
She
and
like Rocky when
I
she
just
do
be
that.
looking at it. And he's like, that's your mouth.
He say you gotta quit
It's
that.
stupid because you don't see it.
You the same way. If I
You the
did something
one.
like that, you'll be mad.
I would be.
I can't do
It's
it
too
on.
wet, right? Look, do it.
It's stuck.
Look.
It's
Yeah, you look like
I hate when she do that stuff.
a beaver.
Yeah.
I be in my serious times and she doing
Sam, you stupid.
Like,
Yeah, you like
I texted my sister the other day. I said, we have a problem.
slow.
And she said, what? And I sent her a picture of me making that face. I said, somebody took my top lip. And she said, good night. Good night.
Slow.
That be making me mad.
Back close out because this girl retarded.
All right, that's going to be episode 5 of the Chillin' with a Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We got Bug, Sam,
And Moo.
your boy A Diddy. Please leave a like, comment in the comments, of course. Any questions y'all got for us for the next episode? We see y'all in the next one.
Hashtag unbig the back.
Yeah. I'm big back too.
Peace.